Hi Monets, it's Tia aka Everyday Monet, and this is a very special video because it is my first collab video, and I'm going to be collabing with Georgia Harris.
Hello there, I'm Georgia Harris. First of all, big thank you to Tia. Thank you for collabing with me on this video, and if you want to check out my video on the top 10 drugstore products, I would love that so much. And I hope you're willing to stick around and subscribe because I make a whole bunch of other different types of content. I'm probably most well known on my channel for doing the Kat Von D depotting and rearranging video, and my video of my custom Beauty and the Beast eyeshadow palette. I hope you come check out my channel. I am currently working on my Star Wars eyeshadow palette, so that is something you're going to want to maybe check out in the future. Thanks again, Tia.
She is so great. I reached out to her to collab at the end of last year, and she's just been wonderful to work with. She was super open. I mean, she's got way more subscribers than I do, but she was willing to collab with me, so we're doing this now. The thing I love about Georgia is she's just different. Like, I just love that she is, you know, she experiments with makeup. She's super colorful. She's really honest about products and reviews and trying different things on her channel. So I think you should really go and check her out. Okay, so in this video we are going to be talking about our top 10 drugstore products. So my first top 10 drugstore item is the e.l.f. primers. Now all of these products I have used for a long time. Like, there's some things that I really love from the drugstore, but I didn't include them because they weren't things that I have like super test driven. So I don't know, I have a love-hate thing with primers. I feel like sometimes there's no rhyme or reason. Is it working? Is it not? And sometimes I'm not paying attention enough to know, like, was that the primer that's weird? Is it my foundation that's weird? Powder? Whatever. So the reason I love these e.l.f. primers, and I have the one in Poreless Face Primer and then the Tone Adjusting Primer. The reason I love these primers, yeah, like, they're inexpensive, but when I wear these, I don't notice they're there. And when I say that, you're going to be like, well, what's the point? Meaning, I don't notice any weirdness. I don't notice, like, it just, my makeup works apparently because I don't have complaints. And so I figured if I can wear something and it's not weird at the end of the day, then it's good. And whenever I kind of experiment with other primers, I'm like, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I never had that feeling with the e.l.f. primer. So loving those. Next, that's my, next, that's my thing. Anyway, nerd alert. So the next thing that I have is another e.l.f. product, which is the e.l.f. lip exfoliator, and I have them in other ones. This one's in clear. Now it's gonna look gross. You're gonna be like, ew, what is that? Basically, it's like a sugar scrub, but in a solid form. And what I love so much about this is that I love matte lipstick. I'm really trying to get into the gloss. It's not working right. But it leaves, even now, it leaves like this dryness. So these are so easy to just like exfoliate the lips. Bada bing, bada boom, you're done. And they're like $1.99, and they come in flavors and things. So that's that. Next, the next thing I have is, now this is newer in the last couple months, but I do use this like several times a week. And this is the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Long Wear Illuminating Foundation. It's like, geez, it's so long. And I actually go between two shades. I'm in between beige and natural. And the other thing I really like about this foundation is it's a super, it's like it plays nice with others. So one of my all-time favorite foundations, let me find it in my basket. It's not in my basket! It's not in my basket. But it's the new, from the Sweet Peach collection of Too Faced. It's their new Peach Perfect foundation. I really love that. It's more of a medium coverage. It's not full coverage. So I feel like when I mix a little bit of this in, it can give you the full coverage, but it's not like weird on my skin. It's not breaking down. It's not too heavy. So I definitely recommend the foundation from LA Girl. Next is another LA Girl thing that I just found, because LA Girl was only recently put in drugstores, and at least in my area. And so, you know, now that I'm like perusing the CVS, you know, because it's like Friday night and like I never have a date, so I'm just like, hey, let's go buy more makeup to put all over my face for all these non-dates. Anyway, so I discovered these, and these are the LA Girl Blush Collection palettes. This one is in Spice. I'm telling you, these powders are awesome. I love these blushes. The highlight, I don't even know if the highlight's kind of meh, but this bronzer is amazing. You can see I like definitely used it. So I love these two colors here. And then I recently picked up, see, it's still like in the paper. I recently picked up the other one that's called Glow. Okay, so this one is in the one Glow. I feel like I might like that highlight a little bit better. My lights are not, yeah, there we go. My lights want to wash it out. So you can see, this one's obviously like the darker of the two. My lights are being dumb, so. Anyway, I wonder if the highlight's any good in this one. Let's check around. Swatcher. I mean, I think this highlight would work much, much better, the lighter one in here. So I'm excited to use that, but I'm telling you, like, if I were to travel, I'd be taking this. I'd have no issues. The bronzer is awesome in this. Like, these are so worth it. So, I feel like these are like $4.99 or something. They're in that range. And then next up is going to be also from LA Girl. So, this is sort of that category of like color correctors and concealers. I really, really, really struggle with dark under eye circles. You can see I have like a jillion products on. So a lot of these I mix together to try to get what I'm looking for. And I haven't necessarily found my holy grail combination. But one of the things is I love these two, the orange and the peach shades of these LA Girl Pro Concealers. I actually mix them together and I feel like it's a really good shade for me. And I've used the yellow one as well. But I also, now this isn't necessarily drugstore, but this is the Ulta Beauty brand. Their color correctors I also love, and they're in the same price range, so to me it's like more of a price range issue as opposed to like where you buy them. But especially like this peach one that I just picked up, it just blends out really nicely. I feel like I can, you see this just little peachiness there. And then I also use this Instant Age Rewind concealers from Maybelline, and yeah, they're like so gross. I have three. I have the one in Bright Illuminating, Neutralizer, and Light Pale. And I go between, the reason I love these is like, okay, say you color correct with a little bit of like orange or peach underneath the eye. And like, for instance, I was about to film and I had worked all day, so I was like, oh my gosh, like this is not looking cute. These, because they're so spongy and the product just comes through the sponge, like I feel like you can add it like sort of on top and it doesn't give like this extra like cakey layer of nonsense. So that's why I love those. So it's sort of like a 3-in-1 type of deal. The next love of my life are the Makeup Revolution matte blushes. I'm so into, you can see like, look, like you can barely even see like it's rubbing off. I use these so much. And I have Nude and then Fusion. I love these the most because A, they're matte, they're smooth, they go onto the skin. I can actually give you a demonstration right now and get an amazing color payoff and not grab a lot of texture. Now, you're going to learn that I love a lot of blush. So I just like kind of put it on like this and then I buff it out. And this is one of those blushes that will let me do that. Like some blushes, it's so pigmented, like you can't buff anything. So see, I'm just going to buff that right into the skin there and get the color that I want. And see, there you go. color's amazing. I really like it. Next is two products from NYX. One is their matte bronzer, and I have mine in the shade 04 Dark Tan, and I love this bronzer. I mean, it's really, really, really been loved. It reminds me so much of the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, which is one of my favorite, but it's like a third of the cost, and it works very well. And again, I never use it and think, oh my gosh, like what's up with my bronzer? So that's nice. Like seriously, these bangs are driving me crazy. The other thing from NYX that I love is the NYX micro brow pencils. This one is the one in ash brown, and I just got another one in chocolate. If you're new to my channel, you may not know that I have alopecia, so I do really have to draw in my brows. A lot of my natural brows are not there anymore. So you can see, I just love that you can get this really, look, sharp, precision edge, but then you can make it sort of, because it's so much like the Anastasia brow is. That's like $20-something, and this is like $9.99, then you get like buy one get one half off or whatever. But you can just kind of put in these little mini strokes that look like brow hairs. So number 9 are the brushes. Now I've had high-end brushes, not high-end brushes. My absolute favorite brushes to use are from Sonia Kashuk. You get them at Target. However, I guess Target's not carrying them anymore. So because I found out that they were going to stop carrying them, I really had to like think about, you know, what brushes am I going to use? And I started using a lot more of the Real Technique. This is in their new, it was for the holiday. You can still get this set at Kohl's and things like that. This stippling brush I think is amazing for bronzer. It puts enough on but not too much. I love these brushes, and so I've really been getting into these Real Technique brushes. This brush right here, this brush, this is a stippling brush from Real Techniques, and I had to go buy another one because I, first of all, was like, never use stippling brushes correctly. This is a stippling brush too. I never use them correctly, and then when I figure out how to use them correctly, like I'm like so in love with them, and I just love this for foundation. So this is one of my holy grail brushes. And then the last thing that I could never, ever, ever go without, and I have tried, this is a loose powder. I've tried loose powder. That was $45, $50, ridiculous amounts of dollars. And I always come back to my Coty Airspun powder. Awesome for baking. Like I have the one in honey beige and one in translucent, I can never say that. Translucent extra covers. Extra covers. Sorry. Okay, and rewind. I have it in honey beige and also translucent extra coverage. I love these things. They're like less than $8. There's so much product in here. So that's what I have for you. Those are my top 10 plus a few extra of drugstore products. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you want to become one of my Monets, I would love that. Go ahead and click subscribe down below. Leave me a comment. I really like to interact. What are your top, you know, drugstore products? What should I be trying? What's your let's do that. Why don't you recommend something for me to try, because I would like to try it, and then I'll let you know on my channel what I think. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to slide over and watch Georgia's video. I'm going to link her channel below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.